Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. It's your boys, Jim, Jason. We're the sad boys from the Midwest. What up?
Midwest. This is episode 8? 8.
That midweek sad boy refresh update. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The
Yeah,
update, the midweek update.
Midweek sad boy update.
Yeah.
For all you sad boys who are unsure of what's happening.
In the middle of the week.
This is what's up. Well, if you've checked out the recent episode that dropped
Today.
last Wednesday. Wednesday.
That's right. Well, today we're recording.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to listen to this and watch
In
it
the
next week.
future.
In the future. Last Wednesday, there was a
Right.
whole bunch of things that happened, a bunch of videos, TikTok clips, everything on all the social pages. Please check them out. Do all the things.
Yeah, Jason put in a lot of hard work for those, and let's be real, I didn't do shit.
You should
So,
do.
like the things, comment on the things, subscribe to the things, share the things, so that maybe one day we can get paid for this.
Like any amount of money. If someone's like, hey, here's $5. Great job on the podcast. Thank you.
Feel free to Apple Pay, Apple Cash,
Yeah.
PayPal, Cash App.
We'll have to set up a Midwest Sad Boys Cash App and people can send us money if they actually enjoy what we're doing.
Or we could take
Yeah.
donations for topics. Ooh.
Ooh, you make a donation. We
We'll
talk
read
about
your
your topic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's got to be like somewhat appropriate.
Yeah, TOS friendly.
Yeah, it can't be something that's going to get our page banned or anything like that.
I
But
mean, if we haven't got banned yet, I've said some stuff.
There have been some things.
And since we had to nuke the Instagram, I feel like we should revisit some of the old topics.
We
In
could,
a
you know.
later episode, we'll do like a throwback episode, and we'll cover
That's a wonderful idea.
we'll cover some of our
Come back
topics
to some
again.
of the old ones.
Add on to them, man. Dude, I was at the Big Blue store the other day, and one of our old coworkers was like, "Hey, man, how's the podcast going?" And I was like, "Funny you should ask. We're about to do a whole rebrand tomorrow."
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, "Man, dude, some of that stuff y'all put on your TikTok the first time, that shit was hilarious." And I just looked at him. I said, "Poseidon's kiss, peace," and I left.
Dude, yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite ones. What was,
We're good.
yeah, there was. What'd you do?
I may or may not have kicked the tripod.
It's been 2 minutes, man.
Whoa.
That's all right.
Give me 4 seconds. It's been 3.
Okay, well, we got this. So you said you had some topics.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm ready.
Well, like, what kind of vibe are you feeling? Because, like, I've got a wide variety. I've got a rant.
You got a rant?
I've got some crazy things that I was thinking about the other day related to like death. We could touch on some different ones.
Let's hear your rant first. Your
Okay.
rants are usually very entertaining, so I feel like we should definitely go that route.
Well, thank you. So,
welcome.
okay, obviously, so when you listen to this next week, 4th of July will have been last week, but
week.
4th of July was yesterday, current time.
Current time.
So, right, obviously 4th of July is one of those days where like 99% of businesses are closed. Share like your grocery stores, your gas stations, your hospitals, right? The important things that kind of like keep things moving. Most all other businesses are closed, give or take, some special circumstances. Or if you're a money-hungry capitalistic corporation, all
Right.
retail companies
Big
are
box
open.
retail.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've worked holiday pay. That's not where I'm going with this. Part of my rant, I have 2 parts. Part 1 is, okay, so 4th of July, when is that?
On the 4th of July.
Correct, right?
Right.
It doesn't change.
That was a trick question. I'm
I
glad
know,
got
it was a real
I'm glad I got that
doozy. So, right, so the 4th of July never changes, right?
Nope.
So if you walk into an establishment that may or may not have had a sign posted at eye level saying, "We won't be open on the 4th of July," why do you feel the need to ask? Not you, I'm just using you in general. Why do you feel the need to ask, "Are you going to be closed on the 4th of July?"
We're closed every year on the 4th of July. Why are you asking?
Dude, it makes me irrationally angry. Like, I should not be getting this upset when, all right, like I work at a bank. I get all the holidays off, which, is a
Great.
benefit of the job. It's kind
Absolutely.
of the reason I took banking back up, is because the schedule is baller, right? So like the 4th of July, Memorial Day, right? Like Thanksgiving. It is the same day
It should
every
be a
year.
given that those, like, they're literally called banking holidays.
Yes.
Like, you can just imagine, like, oh, are they going to be open that day? Nah, it's a banking holiday, so
Yeah.
probably not. Like,
Right.
You should know.
Yeah. Now, I understand the ones that change, right? Like, what is it? Christmas falls on the same date, but doesn't fall on the same, like, that's a bad example because that's, 4th of July is the same thing. But, like, what's the one I'm thinking of? Like, Labor Day or whatever the one is where it's
Sure.
like the third Tuesday of whatever, right? Or it
Right.
might actually change throughout the year.
Or like Martin Luther King Day, or like
Yeah.
all those days where it's like, are they or are they not open?
Right.
I
But,
can't
like,
remember.
the official ones that you
Right.
know you're going to be closed.
Easter Sunday, like not going to be open.
Right. Okay. There you go. Thank you. Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday is a Sunday. It might not be the same date every year, but the 4th of July, right? Christmas. They're the same date, no matter what. So, like, what is it about, like, the general population where they just go dumb for a second and they're like, are you going to be open? No.
Asking a question they should probably know the answer to.
God, dude. It's just like, I know I did a very piss poor job of explaining that.
No,
Thank you for
I 100% understand. Like when I worked at like Sweetwater, it was like the same thing. It's like, you guys open this day? Man, we're retail. Like, we're going to be open this day.
Yeah,
But
we're
then
closed
it's
2 days a year.
We're literally closed. Like, you should understand. You're thinking retail? Okay, so you're going to be closed Thanksgiving,
Yep.
Christmas, New Year's Day.
Maybe New Year's, yeah.
And that's really
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yep.
everything else, like,
Those are kind of bonuses in retail.
yeah, and
Like,
then
the others are bonuses,
right,
yeah.
right. So like any other holiday, we're probably going to be there. But if you're thinking like Pacifically a bank,
Not Atlantically.
not Atlantically, Pacifically a bank, literally that's the thing. Like banking holidays, banking hours. So you're thinking, cool, like 9 to 5, no major holidays.
Yep.
Like if it's a holiday, you're probably not going to be open.
Now, like, the most recent example where, like, I could understand people being like, are you open that day? Because, like, it's a new one, right? Juneteenth.
Right.
It's a relatively new federally recognized holiday.
Right.
I understand that it has been a holiday for a very long time in most cultures or some cultures.
Right.
Right. It is now federally recognized, and to have that day off, it did catch a lot of people off guard. So, like, I'm going to give them a pass. They're like, oh, you're off on Juneteenth? Are you
Yeah.
guys going to be closed on Juneteenth? That one's a pass.
I remember
It's new.
when we worked at Yelp. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, Juneteenth, you have it off. I'm like, oh, good for you guys. Like, that's awesome.
Sick.
Like,
I'll
great.
take a day.
They were also a very progressive company
Yeah.
as far as like that kind of stuff goes. I know, like,
Inclusion, cultural inclusion, yeah.
yeah. I mean, like where I work right now, someone's like, "Are we off on Juneteenth?" And they're like, "No."
Oof.
It's like,
Which is crazy, though, considering, one, it's a union, and two, it's a federal holiday now.
you would imagine.
Probably the contract. The next time it's up, that'll get like
Yeah, I wonder if that's in the next contract.
it'll get like amended in that like it's
Yeah.
a new holiday.
That's a good.
So,
That's a good point.
right. You
Very
know,
good
unions sign contracts, and those contracts stick until
point.
they
For
run
that
out.
next year or
Whatever,
however
however
the
long
term
time.
is. Yeah.
Pro union, everybody should join a union.
I mean, I think it has its ups and downs. I mean,
Yeah, everything does.
yeah.
But if you can stand up to a big corporation, I think you should.
I think
Anyhow.
there's more positives than negatives.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Second half of my rant. Okay, right? So, like,
Ready.
also, maybe this is a generational thing because we're of the younger generation, right? Like, it kind of bothers me when other people want to get super involved in your personal life. And it's like, my business, none of your business. Hey, what did you do on the 4th? Oh, nothing really. Just kind of like stayed at home. Well, like, what'd you do at home? None of your fucking business. Like,
I
shut
was
up.
at home.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't go out for 4th of July, or you guys didn't go out for an insert holiday? No, it's free 99 to stay home. My electric's paid, my water's paid, my internet's paid. Those are true, and I can get food whenever I need to. There's like the 4 things I need to like stay at home and not spend money. Like, why? And then when people get like sort of like upset when you're like, I didn't really do anything. I don't have friends. I don't go out. What do you mean you don't have friends? What do you mean you didn't do anything? Would you just stay in your house all day? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
And I like it there. It's quiet. You know where people aren't? In my house. I don't like people.
I get it. I mean, you know me, like you've known me for how long? I'm not the kind of guy to like go to parties and like do all that stuff. Like I'm in the same boat. Like if I can stay home, like kind of about that.
Don't
Like,
get me wrong. I like going out every now and then.
Right,
You gotta
sure.
have some outside time for like human interaction.
right, of course. That was definitely like a big thing when we were working from home. Like I needed some human interaction. Like my only interaction was like I went out on my lunch to Dollar General to get chips and a Mountain Dew. That's my interaction for the day.
And I said hi to the cashier, or she said hi to me, and I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
How do you talk to people?
How do people?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I definitely get where you're coming from. I mean, like, you know, we hang out like with like our wives and everything like that. We get together and do stuff, but like
Beyond the podcast.
we're beyond the podcast, of course. Which sounds like the name of another podcast.
Beyond the podcast.
Yeah. But,
That's going to be our second podcast.
Yeah, it's podcast number 2 where we just talk about the first one. All the stuff that got cut.
Yeah, but like the after hour stuff where you like swear way more.
And we don't have shirts on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's on the
That's on the OnlyFans.
That's on the OnlyFans. But I definitely get where you're coming from. Like, if I could sit at home, DoorDash some lemon pepper wet wings.
I don't even need that, man.
and
I'll make it
just-
myself. But
No,
yeah.
I mean, I'm lazy. Like, especially now, like having the couch up here and the lights and everything. I come up here, lights off, turn these guys on, just start watching TV. Like,
it's a vibe.
It's great. I would much rather do that than go out and like have to spend money on something.
Dude, you just saw how I redid my game room, right? Like, we got the TV, we got the lights on a Wemo. I can tell Excella to turn them on. It's a good time.
It's a real good time.
a real
I get
good
it.
time.
I 100% get it. So like, why does it matter to other people like what you did?
Yeah.
Why like? Oh, I had a nice quiet day at home. Oh, dude, good for you. You deserve that.
Yeah,
that should be the response. It's
Yeah,
not.
nope.
What do you mean you didn't do anything? You didn't do anything at all.
Yeah. How dare you enjoy your time the way you wanted to?
You didn't do anything
Unreal.
exciting to tell me. How dare you? Yeah, I get it. Definitely get it. I get it.
And then I had another one. I keep you
Yeah,
do.
so
It'll come back to me.
I'm gonna go on to that because I feel like kind of going off the ranting mood. Can we
Let's
talk?
get angry.
Can we talk about pet peeves?
Sure.
Because I have
Pet peeves?
pet peeves.
Yeah, you have pet peeves.
Yeah, I got a few.
What's your peeves of your
And
pets?
I wrote them down just because I didn't want to forget them because I know that they bother me, but I wanted to make sure I covered them thoroughly.
and they bother you very greatly when
yeah.
you read them.
I want to just cover them thoroughly. So the biggest one, and I think anybody who's known me for any amount of time will know this: mouth noises, people chewing with their mouth open. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Nothing makes me just want to set everything on fire more than mouth noises. Like, like let's picture this, okay? Let's
I've
picture
got
it.
one for you. Go ahead.
Good. I'm ready. So, like, picture this, okay? The concept of chewing with your mouth closed, right?
Wild.
Right. So, look, all you're doing is you're closing your mouth after taking a bite of something. You're keeping it closed while you chew, you swallow, and repeat. That's what? 3 steps.
Directions unclear.
Yeah, that's 3 steps. 3 easy steps.
But wait, there's more.
These are the same people. But wait, there's more. These are the same people that get in a car, drive. They maybe listen to music. They're singing. They're texting while they're driving. Okay, maybe they're like doing their makeup or something.
Drinking coffee, driving with their knee.
Driving with their knee. Total bro move skill. Okay, or maybe they're like eating breakfast, driving with their knee, texting with one hand, and like downing a monster like with the you know what I'm saying? Like there's so
The
many
little hamster thing.
yeah, exactly. So there are so many people who go out there and they multitask significantly because they're doing that driving and they're not like murdering other people with their vehicle because they're being able to focus on all of these tasks in one
At
go.
once.
But they can't keep their mouth closed when they chew. Why? I don't understand. It's just like, but okay, you learn that when you get older, like you stop shitting in your pants and you shit in the toilet.
Yep.
Now, you now know how you eat, right? You put food in your mouth. Now you just keep your mouth shut while you do it. It seems like the simplest thing.
I agree. And I'm going to, this isn't, I'm not trying to out pet peeve you, but this is I'm going to put a little asterisk beside your pet peeve. Mine is mouth noises as well. But what drives me insane is, right, so I work at a bank. We give out Dum-Dums. We have them in a little jar so the kids come in. They love them. They get free candy every time they come to the bank, right? Adults love them too because, hey, who doesn't love a good saliva flavor
Just a little sucker.
crunchy ball, right? So, like, when people, like, put a sucker in their mouth, do you, like, put it off to the side of your cheek and sort of, like, you know, gum it or, like, suck on it and, like, you just enjoy the flavor? Or are you a weirdo and do you crunch it? Like, because you're not supposed to do that, but, like, do you do that?
Honestly, depends on the mood that I'm in.
Okay.
Usually, just stick it to the side.
Yeah, enjoy it. Savor
But if it's
it.
like, hey, I took 3 of these, I'm going to eat one. That's,
Right.
That's what Reed does.
Yeah.
He grabs like a handful of suckers at the haircut place and he just like leaves. And I'm like, okay, we got 3. Good. So like usually tuck it to the side, keep it there. Grape flavor the mouth, you know?
Yeah, right? All it's doing is really just
Right.
flavoring your own saliva.
Right. I agree.
When people move the sucker in their mouth and you can hear it clanking on their teeth, dude, and you know it makes that like
it's so bad.
There's an undescribable sound when like the hard sugar like your
Against the
teeth.
teeth? Oh.
Yeah, dude. But it's not like just like a one and done where it's like a and then it's like people like
Oh yeah. They're just moving it around.
dude, and it sounds like they're carrying a bag of rocks.
They're just playing mouth hockey with a sucker at this
Yes!
point, and it's
Oh,
bad.
dude. And like, so like I'll be sitting there and I'll be like writing down like someone's account number. I'll be filling out their deposit ticket. Or like I'm trying to have a conversation with like, hey, how. Oh, it makes me want to stab them in the eyeballs
look
with
up and be like-
pens. Yeah, dude. The amount of side eyes I give throughout the day, would get me fired. It would get me fired if anyone caught me. Honestly, it's insane. But yeah, right? Like
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
hey man, how's your day going? Oh, sure, you need to make a deposit? Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Here, let me look up
Perfect.
your account number. Right? They go get their sucker and they pop it in. They're like, oh yeah, had a good weekend. Shot off some fireworks. Cling, 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 cling. Sir, leave now. Just walk away. I'll make your deposit. I'll email you the receipt. Get out of my face. Like you're driving me up a wall.
Get out. Your membership revoked. Account closed. Get out.
But I have like $100,000.
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
care.
That's gone. Get out.
30-cent sucker ruined it. Leave.
Play dumb games, win dumb prizes. Chew with your mouth open, put a sucker and smack it around in your teeth. Your money's gone.
Oh man,
Out.
I needed to get that one off. I've been holding on to that one for a while. Thank you for bringing that up. What other pet peeves do you? I bet we have some
the next
same
one
ones.
also involves people not being able to keep their mouth closed.
Oh, boy.
Is when people talk during a movie or a TV show.
I'm
so-
kind of guilty of that.
So like, okay, there's a point where it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you're in the middle of a show and someone's like confused on something, it's okay to be like, wait, so what are they doing?
Like once,
Right? Yeah,
maybe
like, okay,
twice.
Got it. I'm gonna answer the question. But if it's like, okay, we're 4 minutes into the show, the main characters haven't even been established yet, and it's like, wait, what's happening? I don't know.
Dog, we just watched the same 4 minutes.
This show is just starting. They haven't told us what's happening yet. Not at all. So watch it, and we're gonna find out.
Are you trying to throw some shade on someone I might know right
Dude,
now?
literally anybody.
Anybody? Okay.
It's just happened throughout my entire life where I've had people do that.
I made that mistake one time. I went to a movie that I really kind of didn't know what it was about. Maybe it was like a sequel to something, and I didn't see the first one.
Yeah.
And I greatly apologized to the person I was sitting next to because they are a good friend of mine. And I asked a bunch of questions, and this person has not sat next to me in the movies since. So
Yeah.
I can understand it. I recognize that I'm sometimes guilty of that, and that's okay. Once or twice, I feel is an acceptable
Sure.
amount of questions.
When enough time has been established, like
Yeah.
if there's like a moment in a show where something happens, and you're like, oh, and someone's like, wait, what? Why is that such a big
why
deal?
is that relevant? Right.
Perfect.
Yep.
I am fine answering that question.
10 seconds in, what's happening?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
if
know.
like the title sequence is still happening, and you're like, wait, what's going on? The title's running. They're telling you who's in the show. Or
Sir, that's the previews.
Yes, exactly. It's like, dude, just hold your questions until enough information has been provided to where everybody can come up with a conclusion. Okay.
Yep,
Thank
that's
you.
valid. That's a valid pet peeve.
That's one of the other ones, and then the last one is somewhat along the same vein. So like, I'm a musician, right? I write music, or like if I do like a video or something, and I'm like showing somebody the song, or I'm showing somebody a video.
I'm so guilty of what you're about to say. Go ahead. I'm so guilty of it.
Like people who interrupt during that, talk during that, or like, oh yeah, that sounds really good.
Ooh, I don't do that.
Or like, oh yeah, it looks so good.
Did
like-
you even look?
Like, especially when it's like, there's this cool part coming up. I just want you to see this really cool part. And then like, you're like, oh yeah, that's so sick. It's like, why do I show you anything? Like, and this is to nobody specific. Again, this is, nobody Pacific. This has happened many, many times over many, many years. And it still drives me absolutely banana sandwich.
Ooh, I just thought of a pet peeve and what I was trying to think about earlier. So what you're saying, yes, I am guilty of talking during songs. I've shown you songs. I'm like, ooh, here comes a good part. And then it happens and I'm like, ooh, yeah. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Just let me
Let me listen to it. I've gotten a lot better
Enjoy
at
it.
it. I recognize that I'm not that great of a person. I've gotten a lot better
No,
at
you're
it.
a great person. Don't.
Oh, thanks,
stop
baby.
that.
Hey, we can't do this on record.
I can't even play a footsie with you.
We're
because
so
the stands
far.
are in the way now.
I could probably. For those who don't know, Jason and I are not.
in a relationship.
Yeah, no. It might sound like it sometimes, and our wives definitely question it every now and then.
Dude.
Remember the time we got our toenails painted together on
we
Valentine's
did.
Day?
Yeah. What did somebody call it? Prison black or something like that?
Stop.
Because it was just like thick black nail polish in one pink sparkle nail.
It was great.
Yeah. I mean, when in Rome, right?
Yeah, I mean, if our wives are getting pedicures
Yeah,
on Valentine's
to
Day,
expand
we're
on
not
that.
gonna not get pedicures
To
on
expand,
Valentine's
yeah,
Day.
our wives were getting pedicures, so we're like, why not? Let's get them too.
I like a good foot rub.
Yeah, and the jokes you made about my feet costing extra because they're
his
so
toes
big.
are so big.
Like, put my foot in the tub, and she's just like,
It overflows.
you pay double.
You pay extra.
You pay extra for this.
Here's my last gripe pet peeve. When, hey man, how you doing today?
So good.
Right? Like, you don't have to give me a valid answer. You could literally say, I'm having the worst day of my life, and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, right? Just a normal conversation. When you say, hey man, how you doing today? Or hey, how are you? Cool, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Dog, I cannot stand when people, you don't have to dive into your life story. You don't have to be my best friend. You don't have to tell me every moment of your day.
Just say something.
Just respond.
Yeah.
Just respond. Hi. Honestly, if you said hi, I'd be like, okay, cool. But like to be like, hey
Yeah.
man, how's it going? And you're just dead silent. Or what drives me to the even next level of angry, right at work, right? So I work at a bank, right? Hey man, how you doing today? Deposit. Go fuck yourself.
Oh no.
Or like when we were at the blue store. Hey, how's it going today? I'm just here to check out. Cool, I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah.
Here's your total. Have a nice day, asshole. Like,
Like, no. I asked you how you were doing today.
yeah, dude, you don't like.
Yeah. That's so many times. Like along the same line, like, hey man, can I help you find anything? And you like look at me and you're like, and you just walk away. Like, dog, I'm trying to help you.
I'm about to get fired.
I walked over to you to make sure you were doing fine, that all your questions were answered. You were finding everything okay, right? I don't have to. I don't care about you, but like, I'm paid to ask you this question, and you're just gonna like side eye and walk away. It's like,
Basically, tell me to fuck off.
dude,
Like,
without saying anything.
Yeah.
And if and all you have to do is be like, oh no, man, I'm good. Like, oh, sweet, thank you.
Yep.
Like, let me know if you need anything.
Simple.
So easy. But like in your thing, like, how you doing today? Oh man, I'm good. How are you? Perfect.
I'm great. Hey, what can I do for you today? Cool. Here's my deposit.
Yeah, you need to-
Sick.
you need to deposit.
Awesome. Let's get it
Like,
done and get you on your way.
The art of conversation is not hard. Like or like people like
What's our rule? Just don't be a dick.
just don't be a
It's
dick.
that simple.
Like whenever you say like, "Hey man, have a great day," thanks.
Yeah. Thanks,
But
you
like,
too.
But yeah, but like, what bothers me is when I'm like, "Hey man, hope you have a great day," and you're like, "Thanks." Not, you don't wish me to have a great day. I want to have a great day.
Dude, I have said this online a couple times, like in video game chat, but like I've never said it to a person in real life. But oh my God, do I want to so badly? Like if someone ever like truly gets on my nerves, I just want to be like, I want you to have the day you deserve.
You absolutely say it. I've done it. It's empowering.
Oh man, that probably
It's-
just feels good in the
It's
core.
such a power move because then it's totally up to them.
Yeah, right? Like what are they going to do with that information? Have the day you deserve.
They're just like,
Oh, fuck.
I'm a good guy, right? Yeah, I let that car out at the light.
Yep. And they start replaying every decision they've made that
I
day.
feel like I deserve to have a good day. And like, we're like, no. I didn't hold the door for that lady with the walker. And
Yep.
then I didn't let the guy out. And then I pushed a kid over and took
Yeah, and I
his
didn't flush the toilet when I
lollipop
walked
and-
away.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess
I'm going to have a real
I'm
shit
gonna have a
day.
bad day.
I'm going to have a shit one.
And then they proceed to do some completely ignorant shit.
Dude, yeah, well, because I mean, they're already gonna have a bad day.
Yeah.
It's already been
'Cause that's the
written
day they
in
deserve.
stone. That's the day they deserve. It's such a power move. You have to do it. I've literally done it, and it's so nice.
I feel like you can get away with it because of your size. Like you can say like have the day you deserve. No one's gonna do anything to you.
That's
I
fair.
say some shit like that and be like, have the day you deserve. I'm getting rocked
It's getting-
because I'm tiny. Like I'm getting a fist to the
Yeah.
eyeball.
I mean, I think I was more intimidating with a longer beard too. You know, I trimmed it down for the podcast.
Did you?
I did. It took off half the length. Yeah.
What
But-
is half?
Well, I mean, it was down to here before.
2-3 inches? Is that like a lot?
I took off.
Is that average?
I took off like an inch and a half of beard.
Ladies, is that a lot?
I love when people were like, "Is 2 a lot?" It's like 2 what? Popsicles or murders?
Yeah, right.
'Cause
2 popsicles?
That's an okay amount.
yeah.
Is it like for one
Well-
sitting? But 2
well-
murders is a lot, no matter how you look at it.
Sometimes popsicles come in one package.
Oh
so
yeah,
2
yeah,
is like
and
the
you,
regular
like,
amount.
break it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 2 for 1 special. But-
Yeah.
yeah, but like a double homicide, that's too
Yeah,
much.
no, that's
Two-
too many.
2 is too many.
Yeah, like the average amount of homicides you should commit is 0.
0. That's the correct number.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. You should not do.
yeah.
any
Don't
of
do
those.
that. We don't endorse that on this podcast.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Definitely not a good one. You know, we
But
should,
however, if someone tells you to have the day you deserve, you probably did some shit.
yeah,
to deserve
you probably
that
deserve
comment.
that comment. Yeah, but you know what? So okay, you know what we should do.
Ooh.
We've been talking. There's been a lot of angst in here, right? There's been a lot of angst.
Uh-oh, your timer switched.
You
by
know,
the
it's
way.
all right. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out. Oh, we got a timer right here. Go
Oh,
ahead.
we're good.
Yeah.
We're Gucci. So we've been talking about a lot of angsty things or like aggressive things. Let's change it.
Oh.
Actually, this honestly
Might get us riled
this
up even more.
Okay, so I have one, and I'm just curious because I think we've eaten this together before many times.
Mm-hmm.
But what is your ideal pizza topping? And follow-up question: pineapple on pizza. I have to ask it.
Okay, so I mean, I don't like pineapple to begin with. So I'm not gonna be like it doesn't belong on pizza, but like I just don't put it on my pizza because I don't like it.
But if somebody was like, "Hey, I love pineapple pizza," you're going to be like,
I do
"Cool,
I do think
good
it's
for you."
odd, and I can't talk too much shit because like Megan likes it, and I do give her some crap about it. But like, hey, you know what? I recognize that pineapple juice is sweet, and I guess it kind of complements the saltiness of the ham
Yeah.
if you're having like a
It
Hawaiian.
gives you a very different flavor of pizza.
Yeah, sure. I can't imagine that like ham and pineapple go well with red sauce. So like I do think it's strange, but I'm not going to be like you're weird for liking it.
So like I'm in the boat where like I've never ordered it for myself.
But you've
But
had it.
Someone's like, "Hey, I'm going to order, a Hawaiian pizza." It's like, Okay.
It's not my first choice, but
Yeah,
all right.
like that's not my first choice, but like I want to eat that over someone like I ordered a Supreme. I don't want
Oh yeah,
I don't
the
want
more veggies, the worse.
yeah, the more the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if someone's like, "Hey, do you want a Supreme pizza with all these vegetables on it or do you want a pizza with ham and pineapple?" I'm going to go ham and pineapple.
Yeah, I'll probably eat around the pineapple.
Yeah, but like it's not awful. One thing I don't like because I worked at Pizza Hut.
Ooh.
Remember?
I did not know that.
You remember that? Mm-mm. I think I told you about that.
That was
So-
before I met you.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
you when
yeah.
you worked at Toys R Us.
Yeah, so
Or met you.
What, 2006?
Oh, yeah.
2007?
This was before I met you.
Yeah. I worked at Pizza Hut for a year. Anytime somebody ordered a pizza with anchovies,
Ooh.
bro, like, why do you have to order? Like, the process of making an anchovy pizza, for anybody who is not aware
Oh,
of this.
please enlighten me.
Yeah, so like, you have a little can of anchovies that you have to open. The juice gets everywhere.
Ew.
It's disgusting. It smells terrible. I don't know how anyone eats it. And when I worked there, and when someone ordered it, we made sure that all of that disgusting juice, all the things, all the contents of that can made it onto that pizza.
That makes me just want to gag just from
it's
hearing you say that.
Awful. My stomach is starting to flip just thinking of it. It was
Ew.
disgusting. But we would do it. And it just, like, it was never good. It never smelled good. It never looked good. I don't understand why you want little dead fish on a pizza.
Yeah.
There's so many other options that aren't
Are
awful.
better.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
literally anything is
A plain cheese pizza is
plain
better
cheese
than
pizza.
an anchovy pizza.
Pepperoni pizza, the classic, the true American classic, pepperoni pizza. Mm-hmm. Or, my personal favorite, bacon pizza. It's a pizza.
I do, man. I do. You kind of got me turned on to the bacon thing. Like anytime Megan's like, "Hey, what do you want?" I'm like, "Ooh, cheese and bacon."
Cheese and bacon, pepperoni and bacon.
Pepperoni and bacon's a bit much because, like,
Oh god.
I think I'm also starting to get what Megan had, and like
pizza's so
pepperoni
bad
does
right
me
now.
in. Like hard meats do me in. Like I don't feel good after I eat hard meats anymore. Is it hard meats? Is it cold cuts?
I know what you're talking. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like log meat, like pepperoni, salami. Those,
Pepperonis, yeah.
those don't sit well in my tum tum. So I started kind of avoiding them. So bacon has been a good replacement for that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with my tried and true. You can't go wrong with a good chicken bacon ranch
See,
with a little bit of buffalo.
I'm not a ranch person
Yeah, I know.
anymore. No.
Yeah.
But
So I like me a good ranch base. I definitely can't do ranch and red sauce. That doesn't
Yeah,
mix.
yeah.
So a good ranch base, cheese, chicken, a little bit of barbecue or buffalo swirl or maybe a buffalo drizzle, and you want to toss in some bacon crumbles. Holy!
you know which one I've really liked lately?
What's that?
You've had a white pizza, correct?
Yes.
So for anyone who's not aware, that's like the garlic butter sauce, and then like cheese and like
Usually
banana
it's like
peppers.
banana peppers.
Right. Add bacon to that.
Ooh. I mean, so
Man.
Megan usually gets white pizzas, and I ask her to get half without the peppers.
If you do like banana peppers and bacon, that honestly, that's probably my favorite pizza right now because the white pizza is really good. There's no like super acidic like pizza sauce. You get the banana
very
peppers,
savory,
It's
yeah.
and when you add the bacon to it,
Does it give it that like salty crunch that it's missing?
God, dude,
That
I
does
want
sound
a
pretty
pizza
good.
so bad right now. But yeah, that's probably been my go-to as far as pizzas. But like, I'm just always curious because like I don't know. There's some like real heated debates online about
Yeah.
pineapple belonging or not belonging on pizza.
If you would have asked me, if we had our podcast probably like, I don't know, 5 years ago, and you're like, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza? I'd be like, blasphemous. You're crazy. That's insane.
Heresy.
I think I've grown as a person to recognize that, like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's crazy. Lately I've been getting into Detroit style pizza.
Oh,
Cause like when they make it, the Detroit style, they put like the oil down and then they like, and it like fries the bread on the outside.
that's like the pan pizzas from Pizza Hut.
Corner pieces,
Yeah,
dude.
the
Oh my
best.
God. Yeah.
The best.
Old Pizza Hut just hit different. New Pizza Hut is not.
You
the
can still get a
move.
pan pizza, and it's still like, but the hand tossed, what
Yeah.
everyone's going towards. I'm not.
Yeah,
I still
like,
get the pan pizza at Domino's. The pan pizza is great.
I do
extra
like
dollar
me.
is worth it.
I do like me an occasional New York style because I like the big slicey boys with lots
big
of
New
cheese,
Yorker.
and you could fold it, and it's just pouring the grease just directly into your face hole. I know that you're a super big fan of Chicago style, and I'm not, and that's okay.
I don't discriminate.
Yeah, pizza's pizza.
Pizza is pizza, and I'm going to eat it. New York style, deep dish. Detroit's, it's on the lower list for me personally, but like New York style, I mean, folding a pizza is the absolute only way to eat it.
True.
The big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. The
You know they
pepperoni
say
extreme one.
Pizza's a lot like sex, right? When it's good, damn is it good. When it's bad, still pizza. You know, it's still pizza.
It's still pizza. I still really want pizza right now.
Would you like an extra large sausage pizza? Still pizza.
Damn it.
You are so giggle smashed by that one.
God.
You know what's funny? I heard a funny joke about fisting. You know how people get those weird like bands tattooed around their arm and it's just like a line? One of the funniest things I've ever read on the internet was like someone had like their hands up in a picture and it was like the tattoo band and they're like, "Hey, that's a pretty cool fisting record you got. Can you go farther?"
No.
And what's really funny is I'm gonna out our friend Mike. Mike has one of those.
But it's a Star Wars one though.
Yeah, right.
He's got a thing on it. It's not the same.
But like if you didn't know that and you just saw the band, and, like you saw the joke and you're like, that's funny. Sorry, Mike. Your tattoo's great. I'm not making fun of your tattoo. But I have seen it because I didn't know. And I was like,
But everybody else that has line tattoos
Thinks,
without Star Wars
yep.
on it,
that's
a
the record. Yeah, that's how far they can get
That's
in
the
there.
record, apparently. Sorry, Mom. But, you know,
Sometimes you just gotta, get in there and rearrange some stuff. You just pick it out. All right, I've gone too far.
oh my
I've gone
God.
too far.
I was talking about bacon pizza
I've gone
and
too
pineapple
far.
on pizza, and we're just talking
Sometimes-
about fisting records.
Hey, just like that train in Ohio, sometimes you just get derailed. What? Too soon? No, it's not too soon. We're from
it's
Ohio.
not too
it's
soon.
okay.
I mean, they're covering it up anyway, so it's
Oof. Yeah.
fine, I guess. I don't know. Probably not too soon, but definitely not great.
Not soon. Not soon enough? Question mark.
I don't
We should
know.
be questioning what happened.
There's a lot of things in life that are that should be questioned that aren't. America.
Speaking of America, so what is this? This will be last week, right? The bad news about the student loans. Yeah.
Didn't like that one.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like, obviously, it's a bummer because, like, hey, help is help no matter
Hope
what
so.
kind of help it is.
$10,000 is $10,000.
Yeah, and I recognize the argument of you signed up for the loan, you have to pay the loan back. Not arguing against that. I understand and I agree. Were we, as a generation, maybe misled about how it works or maybe misinformed as to how detrimental it's going to be later in life? That's a topic for another day. But,
Yeah.
and I don't want to go into the semantics about that. Hold on. Let me bring this back in, right? So, right, the decision comes down and it's, hey, the president doesn't have the right to forgive all this money. Totally fine. That's your decision as the Supreme Court to make. That's why you're put in a position of power, is to make those very difficult decisions. Am I bummed about your decision? Sure. Yeah. But what's frustrating about it is the people or the people on the other side of the fence that are just so adamantly against not even just student debt forgiveness, but just so adamantly against government aided programs of like, you don't make enough money. Hey, the government's going to give you an EBT card. Oh, what's that? You have
Yeah.
quite a few children and you have a job, but you don't make enough money. Here's your WIC card, or however. Like, I don't get it. I don't know how it works. So, like, that's my assumption, right?
Yeah.
But the people that are on the other side of on the flip of the coin, the ones that just are so like zero government handouts. You don't deserve anything. You shouldn't get anything you don't deserve. You didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. Like, how do you go about your day just being that hateful and like just angry towards people that are just struggling?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's, right, we can argue till we're blue in the face about, like, who deserves what? Why do corporations get tax breaks? We're not here to argue about that. I just want to know, like, someone who is against the student loan or all the government-aided programs, and you legitimately just want people to suffer. Who hurt you?
Why?
What? Show me on the doll where the mean man touched you,
Where
and
did
why?
where did the mean guy touch
Yeah,
you?
and like, why are you so angry?
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get that, because like I know people who were on some of these government programs, and it's like, for example, if you have 2 or 3 kids, daycare cost is
Astronomical.
unbelievable.
I don't even have a kid,
Yeah.
and I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
because I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah,
Fucking
like,
insane.
Like
and you have one
yeah.
child.
So the daycare that I go to, which I know is not the highest price by far. I know people who pay way more than what I do for one child. If you have 2 children there, like, a lot of places don't give you a break. So like, you have 2 kids, you're going to pay $1,500 a month for childcare.
That is insane.
That is insane. I get that you're paying for like your kid to be safe and to be fed and all that kind of stuff, and like, you do anything for your kids, but like, I feel like some businesses are taking advantage of you.
100%.
So in that case where you're like, okay, I don't make that much, it's cheaper for me to stay
quit my
home
job, go on government benefits, and take care of my own kids.
take care of my kids, because like, there are some people where it's like, okay, if I work this job, I don't qualify for any benefits. I'm paying $1,500 for childcare, and then I have $100 to spend for
Yeah.
2 weeks. But if I just quit my job, stay home with my kids, I can sign up for this program, and then I have enough money to where I can feed my kids
Yup.
and pay my bills. Like, how can you not want someone to have the things that they need?
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, the thing is, like, these people, a lot of times, granted, like anything, some people will abuse it.
Yep.
Most of the time, these people are just doing this for such and such time. So
Yeah.
like, your kids are in daycare, for example. At a certain point, they're going to go to
School.
right?
Yep.
So you're not going to pay for daycare anymore. So then you go off the program and you get a
Yes.
job. You're not going to be riding this thing out for their entire lives. Like, again, some people, they might try to, but
Yep.
like, you got to let people do what's right for them and for
Yeah.
their family, so they can give their kid the best life that they can have. Like, there's just, how you cannot want someone to take advantage of a program that's there for them so they can have a better life is beyond me.
And the argument of like, I earned it, so you should earn it too. Okay, you're right.
Sure.
I'm gonna like, give me the opportunity to put myself forward, or or give me the opportunity to earn the thing that you earned, and we'll I'll happily be a part of the system. But if you just straight up say, any program that you're a part of that's funded by the government, you don't deserve money, food, shelter, right? Like, any of the basic necessities, to just be like, you don't deserve any of it. Like, how disconnected can you be from just like human decency?
I mean, like, are a lot of those people the same ones who are like super greedy about,
Yes.
like the big businesses, like certain people who are like, everything's about profit, nothing's about people. Like, what can we cut so we can have more profit? And it's a program that helps other, you know what I mean? So they're like, we don't deserve this. We're just we want more money. Like,
Yeah.
why should my tax dollars go to you getting this benefit?
Yeah. And on the same scope, right? So the big talk was about the student loans was during quarantine, right? Everybody was home.
Oh, yeah.
All the payments got suspended. It's like the government was handing out free money. And it's like, I mean, yeah, they were giving out money, but people weren't working. So it's kind of just like paying them a
And
paycheck. But like
yeah.
the businesses that took out all of those crazy PPP loans, and then what did they report the following year? Record
Massive
profits,
profits.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
fine, great, congratulations, you've made a bunch of money. So when you borrowed it from the government, and then you reported billions, millions in profits, are you gonna pay that back?
Absolutely not.
Okay, right. So, like, if I sign up for my loan and I have to pay it back, and the government says, "Hey, we're going to give you a 10,000 break on whatever you owe," with my Second Amendment God-given rights as an American, you don't deserve any of that money. But Mr. Businessman says, "Hey, during this quarantine, I had to send all my employees home, and I didn't make a lot of money. Let me get this money so I can keep paying them." Okay, cool. Here's the PPP. Here, pay them while they're gone. Okay, and then they come back to work, or they never stopped working at all, like you and I did during it, right? They never stop working, and then it all comes and goes.
Yep.
You gonna pay that back? Because
Yep.
I gotta pay mine back. So when are you gonna pay yours back?
I know there was a lot of companies in Fort Wayne when that was happening, and they announced like those loans. A lot of these like smaller businesses, like family-owned businesses that are like staples in Fort Wayne, couldn't get the loans.
Yeah, because
But
they
then-
don't have enough
but then you
employees, or
have-
they're large enough, right?
Right. Then you have businesses like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse,
Yep.
and they got like, I can't remember the number. I'm not even going to try and quote it. They got a massive amount of money. I think they had to give it back, but still, like, what you should give it to the people who need it first. Why do these big businesses who have money
And get all the tax breaks,
Yeah.
right? Like all that jazz. Do you remember? So like the president says, "Hey, I'm going to give 10,000 to everybody, 20,000 if it's Grant or Pell, whatever." And then there was like two people from like another state that like sued, right?
Yeah.
One of those people, and this is factual information, I'm not making this up. One of those people, she has a business who took out 40K
Oh, no.
in PPP loans. Now, I'm not pointing fingers. It's nobody's fault. But I've got 40,000 in student loan debt. Your business took 40,000 in PPP loan debt. And
Yep.
if you're going to say the government can't give me 10K out of my 40 and I pay 30, then you better pay back all 40 of it.
Yep.
How can you point the finger and say you don't deserve it when you're taking it too?
How are all of these businesses getting these massive? Remember when we bailed out General Motors?
Yep.
I don't know the details of that. I was much younger, but
Mm-hmm.
like, did they pay that back? That was like billions, wasn't it?
I
can't
even though
remember.
both of my parents worked there, I don't know.
My
I
dad
was,
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were younger, so we didn't understand it. But more recently, right? SVB Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, right? All of the crypto bros yoinked all their money out, caused the whole bank rush thing. SVB fails, and the FDIC does exactly what they're supposed to. They step in and they pay everybody up to the 250 because that's the government rules. So the government can step in and say, "Oh, that bank crashed.
Where was the Supreme Court decision on that?
Exactly, right? The bank failed. All these people are losing money. We're going to insure them for the 250 that they rightfully by our rules." Okay, cool. So we can bail out businesses and we can give money to businesses without having to have them pay it back, but the people can borrow money,
It's almost
maybe
like
get a little help, and then we get shafted?
it's almost like it's because student loans are a money making scam.
Oh, that. Saying the real world now. Oh, you're
When-
absolutely
when
right.
the
Dude,
interest
predatory
is
as
like
fuck.
that, dude. Absolutely predatory in every possible way. Like you won't give a bank won't give an 18-year-old a business loan
Nope.
for $50,000
Yeah.
to go start a business and like grow their life and their career, but they'll give them $50,000 in student loans. Why? Because they know that
Mm-hmm.
the interest is going to compound. It's like daily compounding interest.
It's insane.
And they're absolutely not going to pay that back anytime soon, and they're going to profit massively on
Yup.
it. So, and like one of the things that I saw about the whole student loan forgiveness thing was somebody compared it to okay, so like because you paid off your loan, I shouldn't get mine forgiven.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
somebody was like, "Oh, okay. So because like your family member died of cancer, the research shouldn't happen to where they can cure mine.
Yeah, right.
Like
yeah.
I have to die from it too."
yeah.
Like, no, you
logic.
should want the better thing for people. Like, sure, yeah, good job. You have a job where you can save money and pay off a loan of that size. Like, congrats, kudos. You're not the kind of person that needs $10,000.
Yeah.
Like, everyone would love it, right? But like, you're not the target audience.
Yeah.
The people who were like making $50,000 combined income, those are the people who need $10,000 removed off their student. Because for some people, that's their whole loan,
Dude,
and that's going
yeah.
to save them $200-$300 a month. So like, going down to the main rule, don't be a dick. Like, just don't be a dick.
Dude, a rising tide raises all boats. It's insane that like, the argument of minimum wage is like, how can we pay burger flippers $20 an hour? But people, doctors and policemen, they don't make $20 an hour. They should be making more. Why are we
pay them
even
more.
arguing about this?
Police officers should make, what, $30 an hour? I don't know.
Firefighters, police officers, EMTs, doctors,
Yeah.
nurses, the people who save lives should be making more. But you know who makes the most amount of money? Athletes
Yeah.
and movie
Because
stars.
they're entertaining.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go with this. That's a whole conversation for another day.
For another day.
I am full on my anger meter,
Yeah,
and I think
I'm building it up too.
I
because
think we should.
my student loan debt is starting to
it's
burn and enrage me
in
right
the
now. So
52 minutes that we have talked, our student loan balances have gone up $5, $10, $20.
I don't even know what it is.
Someone better at math than me figure out how the interest works.
So somebody who gets paid $10 an hour to figure out math. Yeah,
10. Yeah, that person better be making more. Because anyhow, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow all the social channels. We're literally on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We have all the major
Soon
platforms.
to be OnlyFans.
Yeah, and there's going to be some great photos on there, top tier, tasty photos on there. Just be ready. And we might even start a Cash App,
Hey,
for whatever reason. If you love the podcast and want to support it, but
In
most
any way,
importantly,
shape, and
just
form.
drop some likes, drop some comments, whatever it might be. But thank you again so much for tuning in. And,
We might not be sad today. We might be angry. So stay angry, y'all.
Midwest angry boys. Stay angry.
I'm just so irrationally